Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. So there was a little bit of a leak yesterday. An image appeared on an eBay page which was essentially selling a box, a new sort of item, which was probably sent out by mistake a little too early by GW. It was essentially for an upcoming upgrade sprue which is coming for the Cadian Guardsmen. And this, to be honest, has probably forced GW's hand a little bit and forced them to reveal this a bit earlier than they wanted to, because today they have shown off over on Warcom the official release and some pictures of this upcoming kit. As you can see, much like the Black Templars got with their release last year, this is a brand new, fairly nice bumper-sized upgrade kit to really help you flesh out and customize your guardsmen to make them look that little bit more unique and individual across the entirety of your force. You get a huge range of head options with various helmets and gas masks and even a few female heads thrown in there, which I think is a really nice touch. You get various arms holding spanners and axes, maps, petrol cans, weapons, all that kind of thing, and you get a load of other little pieces and doodads to help you really create some cool and individual looking guardsmen. You have a kneeling pose, some doodads like the little pieces of rope, and even a very awesome looking officer style body which can be used to help you make your own unique tank commander. It's worth noting with the tank commander that this doesn't seem to indicate a return of Pask. The article does state that this guy just has a similar pose to the legendary Pask, but it makes no indication that Pask is coming back as a unique, separate datasheet anytime soon, which, I mean, is a bit of a shame, but still, this new tank commander model does look great, and it really will allow you to make your own unique tank commander look even better on the battlefield. In addition to that, they show off a few other examples of stuff you can make from this kit. They've got a medic, some injured looking guardsmen, and also a guardsman holding a map. So from the stuff you get in this upgrade sprue, you really are going to be able to make a living, breathing army that looks like it's been through the battles and been through a load of wars and has actually spent time in the grueling, grim darkness of Warhammer 40k, which, I mean, to be fair, is exactly what the Astra Militarum is all about. And if there is an army that you don't really want to look like it's just come off the assembly line, it is the Astra Militarum. They should look beaten and battered and bloodied and bruised. That's kind of their whole thing, being the underdogs. In terms of price, the Black Templar sprue currently sits at £21, and I imagine this will be largely similar. It looks to be roughly the same amount of stuff, so I do think that that price point makes sense. And I mean, for what is essentially just an upgrade sprue, I do personally think that GW won't want to push it too much higher than that, or else they may put too many people off buying it. It's also worth mentioning with this that when they announced it over on their Facebook, there was a comment asking if there would be kits for other regiments coming, like we see with the other Space Marine chapters like the Blood Angels and the Space Wolves, and the Warhammer team just replied with, "We'll have to wait and see," with a winky face, which, yeah, that's not confirmation of anything of course, but it does mean that potentially we may eventually see some unique Krieg or Catachan, or maybe even some of the other older favourite regiments like the Talan or the Valhallan getting this kind of upgrade sprue, or at least a smaller upgrade sprue, to help you bring your unique army to life in that way if you don't want to have that Cadian aesthetic that GW really does seem to have doubled down on in the last few editions. So again, that isn't confirmation of anything, but the fact that they said we'll have to wait and see and put the winky face does make me think that maybe not quite as big as the Cadian sprue, but we may see some smaller upgrade sprues with a few heads and, you know, body options and guns and whatever for some other regiments. Certainly the Krieg and the Catachan, which are two sort of still big ones that are in the Codex, may be coming in the future. So I think all in all, this is actually a pretty cool release. I do imagine a lot of Guard players will be wanting to pick this up to add a bit of variation and spice to their armies. And for £21, I actually don't think it's awful for what you get, because there is a good chunk of spare bits, if nothing else, to help you customize your army and, bring some spare heads for, even if you don't use them for your actual guardsmen, but just for, putting on trophy racks or anything like that. There is a lot you can do with this sprue, and a lot of the bits in it are really quite cool. But as always, what do you make of this upgrade sprue? Do you think it's worth it, and will you be getting it for your Astra Militarum army, or are you personally going to be holding out for another regiment instead? Let me know down in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.